This is Nich Kenny at the Water Conservation Center, standing right in line with the pivot on the east pivot. Just going to take a minute to show what we're using for equipment here. Standard LIPA drops. These have been in bubble mode all season. At the start of the year on cotton, we did spray so we could incorporate the early season pre-emergent herbicides. They went to bubbles right thereafter and went that way the whole season. We are nozzled to 3 GPM per acre in the cotton. That's a self-imposed limitation, just to make sure we're pushing the point of we're conserving. I think we've got a little bit more than 3 GPM per acre, but if we go ahead and institute some strategy to conserve, the idea is that we could promote conservation. In actuality, this crop received 8 inches of irrigation. We use far less than our capacity of 3 GPM per minute, and that's something we'll be looking at going forward, is truly pushing that envelope of conservation without compromising the corresponding production. In this case, I don't know that we could have yielded more cotton. We're looking at 2.5 to 3 bales, weather limited in this case, with an early cool start and a cool finish. There's no sense in putting additional water after it. The reason I think this is important is when we say, hey, we would like to strategically apply water because we're maybe using less than what our capacity is, that gives us a buffer so that when we do apply it, we want the right volume at the right timing, and we want all of that water that's applied to go in. We feel that the LIPA system does a great job with that. We've also got drip blocks where we feel the drip maybe does even a little bit better job at that. But these are great tools at our disposal. One thing we've taken into consideration is these get re-nozzled each year. So we've got a new and fresh nozzle package. Make sure that the regulators are good, make sure our drop heights are uniform throughout the entire pivot, just so that we are setting ourselves up with the best equipment possible to do it. That may not be economically feasible on every operation, but I think when you look at your enterprise, this is one of the tools where you can invest money and immediately get some returns, because the mechanics of it truly do pay off. So it may not be every year, but it's something you need to be looking at every year, and if an adjustment needs to be made to your capacity through your nozzle package, if you need to replace some hoses, if you need to replace some regulators, make that be part of your normal irrigation strategy. It really does pay off in terms of getting the most return out of your water applied. Anyway, that's what we're doing here on the pivots at the Water Conservation Center.